Hi, welcome to Universal Interiors. I'm Leslie Ingelstead, and today I get to have a guest named Tom Truedson. We're at Detroit Lakes High School right now, and Tom is hired as a trainer for the high school.
Athletic trainer.
Athletic trainer, forgive me. So you are working just here at the high school, or are you connected with the clinic also?
Yep, employed through Sanford,
Okay.
Sanford Orthopedics, but stationed here at the high school.
Okay, so I understand there's not many high schools that get to have an athletic trainer on site, so we're fortunate, I know that. We're really grateful for that. But tell me a little bit about how you got to Detroit Lakes area.
Okay, my wife works at the middle school. She's a teacher, physical education and adapted.
Oh, fun.
So she got a job here 2 years ago.
All right.
And we moved to the area while I was still working as an athletic trainer in minor league baseball. We moved here and we love the area, love the people. Everybody's super welcoming and nice. And
so 2 years of home this has been in Detroit Lakes, pretty much.
Yep.
But no, you just threw this little thing about baseball at me, so I'm going to pick on you a little bit. So you were doing a little bit of the professional baseball, and tell me about that if you could.
Sure. So I graduated in 2007 from St. Cloud State.
Oh, okay.
And became certified athletic trainer.
Great.
And then I worked at Minnesota State University, Mankato for 2 years with their baseball team, their football team, and their basketball team. And got some experience there and earned my master's degree there.
Oh, wonderful.
And then applied for pretty much every baseball team.
Really?
And oh yeah, I wanted to work baseball. So
all right.
had a number of interviews, and the New York Mets had the best deal as far as option, internship, paid internship.
Oh,
so
nice.
I took that and ran with it, and it was good. I learned a lot down there working with their physical therapists and their team of athletic trainers and physicians.
Oh, nice. So you got that kind of hands-on right at the baseball.
Yep. And then
level.
luckily they had a position available. One of their athletic trainers left as I was finishing my internship, so they asked me on full time, and it worked out nice. So I spent another 5 years with them after that.
Oh, really?
Yep. And then with my own team, and so then this came along. We were living in the area, and the previous athletic trainer, Michelle Sonnenberg, she was transitioning into another position, and this position became available. So my wife encouraged me to apply. Yeah, and it worked out nice for us. So it's good.
That's great.
Yep.
So you were on the East Coast, and now into Minnesota, and here we are. We get you.
Yep.
Yay.
It's nice. I have a lot of family up in Halleck, and
great.
My brother just was in Fargo, and cousins in Grand Forks and stuff. So we're just nice.
Oh, that's
nice,
really
close
great.
to home,
That so helps when you settle in from an area. But I would guess from that transition a little bit from the big city, run around baseball, but you were still doing the training and all that. So now you come into the high school level, and here we are. How has it been an easy adjustment? Pretty well. Working at the high school level.
Yeah, I mean, injuries are still injuries.
Sure.
And but different population for sure.
Okay.
So a lot of bumps and bruises and things like that, but the concussions are a big thing now, hot topic. So have to deal a lot with that, and so it's been.
Does a kid come knocking at the door and tell you, or we as the football, the baseball, the hockey, they come and find you? You're there at games. We find you, and that's how we start working with the students and healing them, getting them back. Like when we came in today, there was a number of students hobbling out or fixing with ice, and so they do have kind of an open door. Here we show up at Tom's office, and you can help them on the path to get better.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm usually at all home events. Sometimes it's tough when they double up, and we have a bunch of home events on the same night, and it's kind of tough. Kind of got to bounce around a little bit, but usually at all home events, and I travel a little bit with football and hockey, but all home events, and typically players will just communicate with me that way, or they'll be here in the afternoon hours or after school. Coaches will kind of give me a heads up. Hey, this is going on with this person. Can you take a look at them? And
so you get a list like that.
Works out that way. Yep.
Well, I had my cousin is a trainer up at UND, and I asked him how in the world did he fall into this? Was it something that you were injured? And it was something with him. He was hurt in football, and he ends up making the transition into college, and now he is the UND hockey the trainer. So he's there working in that, and all because of an injury he and he loved his trainer. He said, did anything that happen to you? Did you kind of fall into it like, well, this would be a great way to spend my life because of a hurt you received, or?
Yeah, actually, my summer before my senior year of high school, I had an incident where I was playing baseball, Legion baseball, and I collided with the first baseman running up the line, and I hyperextended my knee. I had a hairline fracture, and also fractured my wrist too. So I have 2 screws in my wrist.
Today, still?
Yep. Oh yeah, still. And but it's fine. It doesn't hinder me at all. So it's been good. And but yeah, I developed a good relationship with our athletic trainer at my high school.
And I'm sorry, where did you go to high school?
Richfield High School in the Twin Cities.
In the Twin Cities area. I know you mentioned St. Cloud, but this was even before. This was, so were you a senior?
Yep.
So did it mess up your sports?
No, it actually worked out fine. I played football my senior year, and hockey and baseball. And
really?
Yeah, everything worked out great. So I owe a lot to her. She helped me out and got me interested in athletic training. So.
See, that's what I wondered. I think that is so amazing when we see somebody so involved and you know what they've done to you, and then you turn around and you make it your little life's passion in helping these kids. And I know personally we've been able to visit a little bit through the phone at first, not on purpose. I met you by a concussion via last year about the hockey season. So I'm going to be speaking with Tom a little bit about that, I think, in just a little while. We're going to take that subject up in another time. But right now I want to find out yet about this passion. You mentioned now 3 sports. So you did the football, the hockey, and the baseball.
Yeah.
So you got your hands pretty right on because you've already lived it out. You know what these athletes are going through.
Yeah. It's, athletes make pretty good athletic trainers. I mean, they understand the mechanisms of what goes on in the sport and kind of the different positions and angles that are involved and how injuries can occur. So.
Okay, so getting into the hospital side of it, you are hired through them, but the education system pulls you in here, and you work with that hospital, and you, as far as getting them on the right track, or is it mostly done here at Detroit Lakes High School that you work with the kids to get them better?
Right. Like I said, stationed here at the high school, but I work very closely with the Sanford.
Okay.
Team physicians, Dr. Seaworth.
Oh, okay.
And the therapy department over at Sanford. But I also know the Essentia orthopedic people very well as well. So just from getting to know them through patients and student athletes. So.
Well, I mean, it's amazing to me how intertwined it has to be that to perform what getting these kids back up and going again. But I think it's super interesting, Tom, that there you are, already lived your life in football in high school and then in hockey, because that is a whole lot of Detroit Lakes and baseball. And now you're bringing that in your passion, and you obviously get these kids to shape up, hopefully pretty quick, right?
Yeah, hopefully, try to.
Exactly. Well, I am so grateful that you all tuned in today, and I'm going to actually bring Tom back again. We're going to talk a little bit more about the subject that's out there, the concussions, and why so many. So again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.